Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Dortmund career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're quickly going to look at the games that lie ahead. Now, in today's episode, we're only going to get through a week. That is correct, 1 week, because we have 3 games in just 7 days. We have Bayer Leverkusen up first at home in the Bundesliga. We then have a 2-day rest till we take on Chelsea in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League at home. We then have another 2 days rest, and then we take on Dusseldorf away from home in the Bundesliga. Now, we quickly touched up on, at the end of the last episode, which 2 games we would play and which one we would simulate. And 100% I am sticking with this order. So we are going to play the first game against Bayer Leverkusen at home in the Bundesliga. We are then 100% going to be playing the UEFA Champions League game against Frank Lampard's Chelsea in the quarterfinals. And then that leaves the Dusseldorf game for the final game away from home in today's episode, which we are, of course, going to simulate. I do believe they are second to bottom and currently in the relegation battle. So I think simulating that game is got to happen. Now, it's been a while since I recorded the Dortmund career mode episode. It's been a while since I've sat down and recorded any FIFA, to be completely honest. Obviously, I've been uploading, I think the last video I've done was the Pro Clubs video. But something I want to mention at the start of today's episode, and I will be sure to leave the link down below in the description and comment section, is I was recently on a podcast. Now, some of you may know this, some of you may not. But since I started YouTube, there was 2 main sort of bucket list things that I wanted to tick off. And that was A, doing a podcast, which I can now tick off. And B, being involved in being some sort of voice, whether that is for a character, whether it's for a video, whether it's for some sort of character in a game. I've always wanted to do some sort of voice acting and use my voice as obviously something in a video or a game or a movie or something like that. I recently got to tick off doing the podcast, and I'll make sure to leave a link down below in the description in the comment section to that video. It is on YouTube, and it's the first video that the podcast have done with its actual visual content. Normally a podcast is just something that you listen to, but on this one you can actually, like you can see me now, you can see me as I'm talking. And what it is, it's a football one, and it's called a deep dive. And what that was is they invite people onto the podcast which support a team. So obviously I support Liverpool, so they invite me on, they do a bit of a deep dive. They ask me questions like, what is my favourite starting 11? Am I happy with the transfers, the current record, winning the Premier League, winning the Champions League? They ask me all questions, how I became a Liverpool fan, all these questions based around Liverpool. So if you guys would like to hear a little bit more about me talk about Liverpool and my experience with Liverpool and watching the game and how I became a Liverpool fan, then definitely go and check out the link down below in the description and comment section. Go and show them some love, give them some thumbs up, drop some comments down below saying MassiveBrad sent you, and I would massively appreciate it, guys. Now, before we kick off the first game against Leverkusen at home, of course, my favourite part of the video, which is reading out the comments from the previous episodes. The first comment coming in from TLM Gaming saying this was amazing. Well, TLM, I have seen comment after comment after comment from you, and all I can say is thank you so much for the love, the support, and the continued energy that you bring to this channel with your amazing comments. I honestly do appreciate it. PNE Away Day Vlog says, hi Brad, it's Sam. This video was so enjoyable. Can't wait for the next few episodes. Tricky few weeks ahead. What is your prediction for the Chelsea game? I predict you're going to win 3-1. Well, of course, we're playing Chelsea in the second game in today's episode. I think we're going to do them 3-0. I'm going to hope that we don't concede. We're at home, so it would be better if we didn't concede when we're away from home and we just score a load of goals. But really, if we can keep a clean sheet, why we are the home team, it means they don't get the away goals advantage. We can then travel over to England to take on Chelsea, look to get a couple of goals. And if we get 1 or 2 goals under the belt, I'm pretty sure the game is done and boxed off. So thank you very much for your comment, mate. Next one coming in from Isabel saying, nice content. I'm new and I subbed and liked. I do a career mode with Bayern Munich. Well, Isabel, I hope your career mode with Bayern Munich is going unbelievable. I hope it's going a lot better than my Dortmund one, because right now I'm not in the position that I would quite like, but we're still fighting in the Champions League. We're still fighting in the DFB Pokal, and we're just going to push on in this season 2 and try and win as much as we possibly can. And the last video coming in from my guy Bob Games saying great video, Brad. Well, Bob, thank you very much for that comment. I honestly do appreciate it. But like I was saying before, guys, I haven't sat down and recorded FIFA in a while, so it feels a little bit weird coming back. It's only maybe been 10, 11 days since I actually sat down, had the controller in my hand and recorded an episode. But I am raring to go. I'm hoping we're going to continue our unbelievable run. As you guys know, in the Bundesliga, we've been doing very well. And just before we get into this game, I'll take a quick look. So what we've been doing is we've been focusing on just moving up one place every single episode if possible. Now, Frankfurt are currently 5th, 1 point ahead of us, but we've got a game in hand, so let's forget about them. The team then above them in 4th is the team we're about to play. It's Bayer Leverkusen, who are on 61 points. If we are to beat them, which I am going to do my utmost best to beat them, we will then be on 59 points. They'll be on 61, and they'll only be 2 points behind us. Now, going into that last game against Dusseldorf, we're simulating it. Unless Leverkusen drop points or draw or lose, there's no way we can physically catch them in today's episode. But if we can close the gap to 2 points, maybe even get level on points with them, then I would say it's definitely a step in the right direction. But there isn't too many episodes of this Dortmund career mode to go. So let's get this game against Bayer Leverkusen on the way. Let's make sure we bag all the points that we can in today's episode. I know in Season 1 we called this team Bayer Never Losing because they simply didn't lose. They romped the league and did go on to win it in Season 1. Hopefully that's not going to be the case when we face off against them in just a moment's time. You can now see the lineup we are putting out. We've got Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. Behind him, we've got Kai Havertz in the central attacking midfield. Dembele, Dahoud, Bardi and Hazard through the midfield. Hakimi, Hummels, Zagadou and Klosterman at the back with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Let's get this game kicked off and let's start off today's episode with a win. Come on, lads, let's focus. We're in great form here. We can't let off that gas. We've got to keep pushing. And in case you guys have skipped to this moment, just want to remind you again, in the description and the comment section, there will be a link to a YouTube video. And it is a video of me going on my very first podcast to talk about football, Premier League, Champions League, but most importantly, Liverpool FC, how I became a Liverpool FC fan, my love for Liverpool, my best moments, my worst moments. So if you guys want to see me talk about how I became a Liverpool fan, my best and worst moments, be sure to click that link. Go and check it out. Go and drop some comments saying MassiveBrad said you. Show them some love. Give them thumbs up. If you enjoy the podcast, make sure to subscribe. And I'm hopeful in the future they will have me on the channel again. Now, obviously, as I said earlier on, it's a visual podcast. So you can either listen to it or you can also watch it and see me as you do right now, talking into the face cam. But it is going to be Paco Alcacer to get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. And come on, Dortmund. And it's Bardi who's going to drop the shoulder. Feed that 3 now to Paco Alcacer. Tried to hit it first time. Don't know why he didn't just strike it. Keep on him. Come on, Klosterman. Ball into the middle. Let's deal with it. Hummels. No, we give it to Bailey. It's a great save, Berkey. And Berkey's just kept us in that. Come on, let's put the pressure on him now. Come on, Zagadou. Let's get there. Zagadou's going to get a block on it. And it is out for a Bayer Leverkusen corner. Come on. Roll that ball. Let's go now, Dembele. Let's go. Let's push. Let's push. And Dembele, look at all the space he has got here to run into. Here's Dembele, going to cut back on the inside now. Beautiful ball over to Paco Alcacer! It's 1-0! From absolutely nothing. From a corner that Leverkusen put in to a save by Berkey. Rolled the ball out. Ball up the line to Dembele. And from there we made our way in the inside, into the middle of the goal. And we put our laces through with Paco Alcacer. Dembele feeds it in, takes a touch, and buries it past the keeper in that top right corner. It's his 6th goal in the Bundesliga, and our first goal against Bayer Leverkusen. Force him back. Let's get a foot in there now, Bardi. Well done. Let's feed that across now. Let's get that ball right out wide now, looking for Dembele. We're going to cut this back in. Go over a little 1-2 here to Havertz. Going back through now to Dembele, who's trying to get round the back of his man. Sven Bender does very well to keep that ball and stay calm and collected on the ball as it is cleared out. There's John Matip, well out of position now. We've got to be very carefully if we can win this ball. They are going to be in serious trouble. Dink one over the top now, looking for Dembele, getting behind. Dembele's there. Dembele! Oh, he's hit the post. We win this ball, they're going to be in serious trouble, I would have thought. Here's Leon Bailey, he's going to scoop it on one. He scoops in on the other. Hummels is there. No! I panicked there. I panicked. It's all on me. I panicked and looked to pass it out. And unfortunately, I just give it straight into the feet of Bolossi. Look at this. I slid in. I was panicking. Wanted to win it back with Hummels. Tried to play it over. And unfortunately, it's only into the path of Belotti, who does bring it back to level terms. It's back to 1-1. Come on, let's chase him down. On the inside, good lad. There we go, play it round, and as we play the ball up from Zagadou, the referee is going to blow for half-time. It was a silly mistake from me. I have to take my hat off there and put my hands up and say, that was on me. It's nothing to do with the team. The team is playing really, really well at the moment. Just unfortunately, I made the silly mistake at the back, but it is now going to be Belotti to kick us off in the second half period for Bayer Leverkusen. We're just got to keep doing what we're doing, tighten up at the back, not panic, and hopefully we can find a second goal very, very soon. Dembele rolls it over now to Kai Havertz, who's going to look to drop the shoulder. Kai Havertz, a little bit of skill. Kai Havertz! Referee! Penalty! Sven Bender slides in and takes Kai Havertz out in the box. He managed to get a shot off. It was a silly, silly tackle from Sven Bender. The shot wasn't the best. It was on his weak foot. I cut in and he slides in and takes him out. We've got a penalty and we must capitalise on this. Enes Bardi to put this one home. We're going to go for that top right corner if possible. Enes Bardi to slot home. He does. Come on, lads. 2-1. Back in the lead where we deserve to be. My silly error cost us Bayer Leverkusen pulling it back. Now we've managed to push back ahead. Let's push on and make sure we don't stop pushing. We're into third gear now, lads. Let's push and push and push. And Dembele picks this ball up straight away. Dembele, beautiful little bit of skill. Here he comes. Dembele slides it across. Tried to get there to Matip with a great interception. Stops them going 3-1 down. And it's Bardi. Paco Alcacer tries to flick one over the top. Matip is solid for Bayer Leverkusen, yo. Absolutely solid. And look at this. They're going to be through. They're going to be through. I'm going to pull the keeper. Go on, Berkey. Oh, it's a great tackle. What an unbelievable tackle. Let's get rid of that Klosterman. Hoof it up the field. Zagadou out wide to Klosterman. Klosterman on the inside now to Delaney. Feeds it through there now to Havertz. Through to Haaland, who's going to cut back. Haaland gets round his man. Here's Erling Haaland. Haaland to bar. Home. Game over. 3-1. Well, they're not coming back from that. What a sublime. Look at that. Great touch. Cuts it on the defender. Literally leaves him for dead. Gets it onto that left foot and buries it in the top right corner. Haaland hasn't scored for us for a while. Struggles to now get in the team with Robert Lewandowski now joining. But it just shows that when he's ready to play, he will get us goals if we need them. Got to be careful. He gets a shot off. Great save, Berkey. Cannot be giving Belotti that kind of space. He is a powerhouse. And he will look to punish us, lads. Come on. Still Haaland. Lays it off. Bit of space for De Hood with a rocket. Puts it over the bar. And the referee is going to call end of play. It's the 92nd minute. The referee blows his full-time whistle. And we have beaten Bayer Leverkusen 3-1. We needed that. Especially after my poor mistake. Which then let in Andrea Belotti to go in and smash one home and bring it back to 1-1. We didn't switch off. We kept fighting. And it's Bardi and Erling Haaland then go on to score 2-1 and 3-1 for us. 8 shots, 5 on target. They had 7 shots, 3 on target. We were the better team. And surprisingly, it's Dembele that gets man of the match with a 9.1 rating. I did take him off in the 70th minute for Guerrero, just for the simple reasons of I really want to have him in the game against Chelsea. He's starting to, a bit like Robert Lewandowski, I'm starting to understand what I need to do with him. Get it in down the line, cut in with him, either shoot on his left foot or find a pass. That's exactly what I'm starting to do with him, and we're starting to get a little bit of rhythm, starting to understand the type of player that he is. But we beat Bayer Leverkusen 3-1 at the start of today's episode, and what a way it is to start today's episode. So a cracking start to today's episode with a 3-1 victory over Bayer Leverkusen. We needed to get that win. We needed to get the 3 points, get back up one position, and then start closing that gap even more with Bayer Leverkusen. We brought it from 5 points to 2 points, depending on how they get on in their next Bundesliga game and how we get on against Dusseldorf in the simulated game will dictate whether we manage to move up another place in today's episode or whether we may have to wait for the next one. But up next, we're taking on Frank Lampard's Chelsea. We are the home team, and I am very excited for this one because I'm thinking we need to keep a clean sheet. If we can score 3, maybe 4 goals, then when we potentially travel over to England, to London to take on Frank Lampard's Chelsea, when they're at home, we could potentially simulate it. I think if we go, in fact, I'm going to call it now, if we go 3-0 or more up, as long as we don't concede and we score 3 or more goals, I'm potentially going to... In fact, I just will. I will simulate that second leg against Chelsea because I'm sure we'll score a goal or two. And if we do in that simulated game score a goal or two, we then have the away goal rule in our favour. As long as Chelsea don't score in today's game when they're away from home, we're in a great position to potentially get into the semi-finals of the Champions League. Now, you can see the lineup we're putting out against Chelsea. Unfortunately, the likes of Dembele, Hummels and Berkey not fully fit coming into this game. But I'm thinking late 60 minutes, 70 minutes, I'll bring Dembele off. I'll bring Matt Hummels off as long as we are winning or unless they're looking really, really crucial, like they're going to potentially pick up an injury, become too fatigued, then we'll certainly bring them off earlier. But we have gone with Robert Lewandowski up top in the striker position. Behind him, we've got the captain Marco Reus in the central attacking midfield. Dembele, Delaney, Witsel and Sancho through the midfield. Schultz, Hummels, Akanji and Dumfries at the back with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Chelsea and let's get off to a cracking start in this first leg against them. Come on, lads, this is a tough game. We are playing one of the top 6 from the Premier League. Frank Lampard, over the last season, has done a wonderful job with Chelsea this year. He's bringing in some incredible players. Kai Havertz is potentially on his way. Hakim Ziyech is already there. Timo Werner is already there. Thiago Silva is already there. Ben Chilwell is already there. Frank Lampard has been splashing that cash. But the next season ahead will be crucial for him. Because if he flops and doesn't finish in the top 3, I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Last season, they give him the benefit of the doubt. He played unbelievable football. Chelsea done very well. But he had to use the team that he had. They weren't allowed for any transfers. Now he's made the big signings. He's got to make sure it works. PSG and Liverpool are the other quarterfinals to be played tonight. This is going to be an exciting one. And it is Robert Lewandowski to get us kicked off in this first half period. Reus. I think they're Lewandowski. Trying to feed it through there now to Reus. Reus through on goal. Looks to Betty one. We've took the lead in the 3rd or 4th minute. But unfortunately, I couldn't play the ball quick enough. And he has just stride offside. Only a 2, maybe 3 paces. But unfortunately, he is offside. And although we take the lead in the 3rd minute, it's not going to count. Delaney, Reus, Lewandowski, Witsel out wide. Let's go to Dumfries. Marco Reus turns his man, tries to put it over, looking for Robert Lewandowski. It's not really the ball I wanted, it's Bakayoko. Willian, who's now joined Arsenal. Nicely done, Schultz.
Well, when he's on a game, he gives you everything. He gives you energy. He gives you
Kanji.
runs, and he gives you goals. He's a really,
Go on, Dumfries, get on the back, son. Gotta go on the inside instead to Marco Reus. Marco Reus still coming forward. There's Robert Lewandowski on the left foot. Let's fly. It's a great strike. Kepa's there. Hold it. Let's go in now to Sancho. Sancho's now going to have a chance. Come on, Witsel. Jump through it, son. He's going to come out to Dembele. He's going to drop that shoulder. Dembele looks to put the ball in. It's a great ball in, and Kepa is going to rush out to collect that one. Quick few little passes here to ball in behind now for Milik. Great save from Berkey. It is out for the Chelsea corner. The first chance they've had, and it comes in the 20th minute. Get it out. Marco Reus lays it off to Dembele, and Dembele has got to be gone now. Go on, Dembele, go, son. Run like you've never run before. Go on, Dembele. He is absolutely flying. Look at this man go. Let's feed it in now to Sancho. Oh, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. How have they kept that out? Delaney. Over the top now, looking for Robert Lewandowski. It's now going to fall to Dembele. Oh, what a stunner. What a stunner from Dembele. Wow, Robert Lewandowski does very well to bring that ball down for him. Marco Reus dinks one over the top. Lewandowski, in fact, doesn't bring the ball down for him. It's, in fact, the Chelsea man that heads it into the path of Dembele. And he opens up that body, leans back, and just bends into that bottom right corner, out of the reach of Kepa. And Dembele definitely scores his first goal in Champions League. I'm not sure if that's potentially his first goal for Borussia Dortmund. It's Dumfries on the inside to Witsel. That's beautiful. Witsel puts one over the top now, looking for Robert Lewandowski. Bit of space. Robert Lewandowski on the volley. It's skied over. Just wouldn't stay down for him. Pings one over the far side now for Sancho. He's going to dead that ball and make his way in. That's going to be a problem as we now slide into Axel Witsel. And Axel Witsel can't finish. Here's Sancho, drops that shoulder, trying to get away from Jose Gaya. Not going to happen. It's Dumfries. Dumfries now going to drop the shoulder. Dumfries gets ahead. Dumfries with a nice ball in. Looking for Robert Lewandowski. Comes to Marco Reus, who's not going to hit it for me first time. Here's Conte. On the inside now to Bakayoko. Feeds it across. Going to get in there. It's 1-1 Milik. They've scored. The one thing we couldn't allow was Chelsea to score that away goal. They've got it. Doesn't even matter how many we score now. We can't risk it, I'm sure. As we get this kicked off, the referee is going to blow for half-time as the ball ends up at the feet of Witsel. I just feel like that's EA's 45th minute sweat. It's unbelievable. Milik just right place, right time. Berry's one. So annoying the fact they've only had one decent chance. In fact, that's probably their only chance in around the 20th minute. Then it comes in the 45th and they put it in the back of the net. It's so frustrating because we have been the much better team, as you guys will have seen in the highlights. But Chelsea are now going to be the team to get us kicked off in the second half period. We need to push on here. We cannot afford for them to get a second. There's Marco Reus. Marco Reus now to Sancho. Sancho through on goal. It should be 2-1. Marco Reus through now to Witsel. Round the outside for Sancho. Referee! The Dortmund fans are screaming there. How is that not a penalty? Got wide Delaney to Schultz. Come on, let's push on now. Here's Reus. Now go through from Dembele. Come on, Dembele. You've got to get in there, son. You've got to get in there, Dembele. I need you to finish this ball. Dembele! How is Kepa keeping these out now? This is beyond anything I've ever seen. Round the corner now for Dumfries. Dumfries on the inside now for Sancho. Here comes Sancho. Sancho is flying. Come on, Sancho. Slide it in. It's not going to happen. We cannot slide that ball in. I don't know where my options are, but I've got to find a pass here, lads. Here's a Kanji. Back now, trying to go through to Witsel. It's not going to happen. The ball to Goya. The referee's going to blow it 1-1.
That will do it. They will meet again in the second leg. But at the moment, things...
That was terrible. Wait until you see the stats here, ladies and gentlemen. Wait until you see the stats. Unbelievable. 9 shots, 6 on target for us. 3 shots, 3 on target for Chelsea. We were the much dominant team, and I don't know how we haven't come away with a win there. And you know what? Normally I'd say on paper, if it looked more level, it should probably be a draw. That's not level. We had 3 more shots on target, 6 more shots in general. We absolutely dominated. Dembele once again picks up man of the match with an 8.70. Unfortunately, we are going to have to take this one on the chin. We're going to have to accept the 1-1 draw, and Chelsea now have 1 away goal, which is not going to go in our favour, meaning we will have to play that second leg. We need to come out early, and in that first half, we need to be going in at 45 minutes, at least 2-0 up, and if we can do that, then I'm happy to say that I think we will go on to get through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Right, guys, and here we are at the final game of today's episode, where we are taking on Dusseldorf in the simulated game away from home. Now, depending on how Bayer Leverkusen get on, we could potentially move into 4th position and back into a Champions League spot. The focus of today was to obviously try and move up a space. We already done that over Frankfurt, but bearing in mind we had only played 27, they played 28, so we had a game in hand, so that doesn't really count. But we have closed the gap from 5 points to just 2 points between us and Leverkusen. So hopefully in the next episode we can look at pushing on and try and get in to that top 4 position. But as you can see, the lineup we are putting out against Dusseldorf in the simulated game, we've gone with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. Behind him, Kai Havertz in the central attacking midfield. Guerrero, Bardi, Weigl and Hazard through the midfield. Hakimi, Balladeri, Akanji and Klosterman at the back, with Roman Berkey between the sticks. Got a bit of a tongue twister there. I forgot. I don't know how you pronounce his name. Ballaredi, however you pronounce his name. I've brought him into the team just because he's looking pretty decent. We've been training him for a very long time, and he's starting to look solid, so I decided to give him his first start against Dusseldorf, who are second from bottom. We really, on paper, shouldn't lose this game. The form they're in, they've won 1, lost 1 and drawn 1. Really, we should battle them. And as we get the players warmed up, I'm hoping that's exactly what we're going to do. We beat them 2-1, which wasn't great, to be honest. Thought we were going to do a lot better, but unfortunately we don't. But the important thing is, we get the win, we get those 3 important points. Julian Weigl, who has literally just signed a new contract for €70,000 a week, and then sent me a message saying, thanks, I'm glad that you think I'm worth that. I replied and said, well, get out there and show me you're worth that money. Boom. Minute 1, Julian Weigl scores. Hakimi then picks up a yellow card in the 33rd. Marco Reus comes on for Enes Bardi in the 46th. Javier comes on for Duncan in the 51st for Dusseldorf. Pledl then scores in the 54th and it goes to 1-1. And then thankfully only 5 minutes later, Kai Havertz for us puts that final nail in the coffin, takes it to 2-1. And after 59 minutes, nothing else tended to happen. I'm so happy that we got the win. Looking down at the bottom right, I can't see how Bayer Leverkusen got on, but we'll head back to the central and see if we have managed to already move up into the top 4. Well, as someone left a comment in the previous episode saying, Brad, you've got a couple of difficult weeks ahead. Yes, we have, because in the next episode, we kick off away from home, travelling over to London, England, to take on Chelsea. We currently drawing 1-1, but they do have that away goal advantage. So realistically, got to get our heads down, and in that first 45-minute period, we've got to go and get 2 or 3 goals. That is a must, because going into the second half, still at 0-0, there's too much pressure on us to then have to perform and make sure we get that very important win. But the problem of the next episode that I've already spotted is what is more important. We have the second leg against Chelsea in the quarterfinals, which we honestly need to be playing if we want to get through to the semis. We then take on Frankfurt, who are only 3 or 4 points behind us at home in the Bundesliga. And then we have Wolfsburg in the semi-finals of the DFB Pokal. We could bag ourselves a place in the final of the DFB Pokal and pick up our second piece of silverware. We won, I do believe, if I remember correctly, the pre-season tournament, which doesn't count for too much, but it's still a piece of silverware. We could have the DFB Pokal, we could have the Champions League, but it means that we will have to sacrifice that game against Frankfurt, which is a little bit heartbreaking. And to be honest, then we move into the month of May, and there's honestly not that many games to go. So as for Bundesliga games, we have Frankfurt, RB Leipzig, Stuttgart, Freiburg, and Bayern Munich. There is 5 games left in the Bundesliga. Over Champions League, we'll have 2 legs in the semi-finals. We'll then have 1 leg for the finals. There's number 3 games. The final of the DFB Pokal, if we get there, there's 4 games. Then you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games to go. We're talking 4 more episodes until the Dortmund career mode is over. And it's only 4 more episodes if we manage to get through to the final of the DFB Pokal and the final of the Champions League. If we get knocked out of the Champions League in the next episode, then there'll be a lot less, because there'll be 3 games less than we would have played. The 2 in the semi-finals, and then of course the final. So there'll be 1 episode left, so it may only be 3 episodes. But I cannot believe how close we are to ending the Dortmund career mode. It feels like yonks ago when we finished the Liverpool career mode. It's only a couple of episodes till we end the Dortmund career mode. But talking about episodes and stuff, guys, just want to let you know that they should be going up on potentially the 3rd of September, which is a Thursday. And you guys might be thinking, Brad, you normally upload Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And that's correct, guys. That is my usual schedule. But unfortunately, this week, things have been a little bit chaotic. I'm trying to also plan of how I can do videos between now and FIFA 21. I was going to do one final career mode on FIFA 20. I'm going to be putting out a video next week, I think on the 11th, so Friday the 11th, called Big Channel Changes. I'm going to be talking about a lot of changes that are going to be made to the channel visually for you guys, things that are going to improve the content, things that are going to improve editing, just, you know, original ideas and things like that. But one of the topics we're going to talk about is the fact the final FIFA 20 career mode series I was going to do is probably now not going to happen. There's not enough time, considering that FIFA 21 comes out on the 6th of October, so in about a month's time. We've also got, with EA Access, or now EA Play, we get 10 hours free. If you obviously have EA Access, you get 10 hours to play whatever you want. We've just had the FIFA 21 beta. I'm going to be too busy making content like that, and I'm still obviously recording the Calm Club Pro Clubs team. We're trying to get to Div 1. We're currently in Div 3. So there's lots of other content going out, but the problem is because I won't have like a Liverpool career mode series or a Dortmund career mode series, it might not mean that I'm uploading Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I'm going to continue to put out as much content as I can and try and upload on those days. But if I don't have any content to record, I don't want to start a brand new series and not be able to finish it. I don't want to get a couple of weeks into it and then go, right, we've got to stop because FIFA 21's out. I would rather miss a couple of days, dot some videos here and there. I'm trying to plan a schedule for the next month, which I'll be releasing on the YouTube community page. So if you guys haven't checked out the community page, go and check it out. I'll be putting it on Twitter and Instagram as well telling you guys when I'm going to be uploading and what I'm uploading between now and FIFA 21. But once FIFA 21 drops, we'll be back to the Monday, Wednesday and Friday uploads, smashing out the Liverpool career mode, which I did announce, and another career mode, which I am yet to announce. And then also, the team I was going to do on FIFA 20 for this final career mode series, I'm also going to do them after I finish the Liverpool career mode. The other career mode, I will then do the career mode that I should have done on FIFA 20. This time, I'll have planned it a lot better and I'll have a lot more time. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.